America to resign. This is where we separate the men from the boys. You ask the government to resign. They've done enough. Anybody agree with this? This is pedophile by law. Again, the definition, we don't got to play any games. The definition here is an adult that has sexual desire for children. That's all you need to know. We don't need to go by nothing else. We don't have to say nothing else. And this is defined, these laws has that definition. I can't make this up. These laws have that definition. So in this case, man, unfortunately, that has to go. And the good guy has to live. See, what they thought is I was going to die. They thought they was going to be able to assassinate me, kill me, and it didn't work. See, I'm aware of the attempts. I'm aware of the perspective. But God, hallelujah, God decided to destroy the people that really were at fault. You're really at fault. 44 states marrying children, you're at fault. 20 states allowing no minimum age. That doesn't sound like somebody that's saying, I'm not sure if this is a good age or not. I think an adult can be compatible. I think adult can be compatible with this age. That's not what these laws are that says no minimum age. No minimum age is saying we don't care what you marry. That's what that's saying. Right or wrong. It's no discernment. It's no discretion when you say no minimum age. Ain't no discretion with that. That's not saying, I don't know. I think maybe that's cool. I don't know if that's a good age. Maybe that's good. That's not saying that. That's not saying really we don't know. That's not saying that. That's saying we don't care. Hey, if you're saying any age, that you just said you don't care. And that law of no care for no age, that law was passed July 1st, 2019 in the Trump's administration. It coordinates perfectly with the Trump's administration. Don't care what age you marry children anymore. Look like it coordinates with the Trump administration to me. Looks like it to me. And yet, America acts like they're so tough and so bad. Don't worry about who I'm aligned with. Don't worry about if I like Russia. Yes, I like Russia. Because Russia ain't doing what you're doing. I don't have a problem with a country that I can't really see the wrong. Blacks enslaved, America enslaved blacks. Did Russia do that? Did Russia enslave African Americans? Yes or no question. It's a yes or no question. Did Russia, the people that they did enslave, did they whip their backs and burn them and hang them? Did they have a brutal, even though Russia had slaves in the 1720s, right? Did Russia beat the backs of their slaves? Any pictures of that? Any pictures of that? Any pictures of them hanging their slaves? Any pictures of them burning bodies? So why? So how can you compare? How can America really compare itself to anybody when you got that history? Nobody else really did it like you did it. And specifically, Russia did not do that. Next question. Did Russia have an ongoing racist culture towards any particular race of people? I mean, a brutal racist culture that killed, beat, and discriminated against and kept unemployed and kept in poverty. Is there any race in Russia that went through that in Russia. It isn't there, right? So why is it what I'm trying to understand, why is it these big comparisons with that particular information right there? Why is it these big comparisons for people? I can only speak for me. Because Russia hasn't been bad to me. America's been bad to me. It's been bad to the likeness of people like me. Russia has not. I can't speak for other races. I got to speak for mine on this. It may be bad for you as a European. Not bad for me. It's, but I can show you in history where Americans raped a 15-year-old black boy, and when the mother tried to stop it, they raped her and killed both of them right here in America. Go look it up. It's brutal, I know. But you need to know. You need to be able to stomach this. You need to be able to have a strong enough stomach to carry the history of your country. Some of y'all don't want to talk about it. And that's what makes you too weak. You're too weak to lead your own country. Now, I know some people, they tenderhearted, whatever. But the whole country, nobody can talk about these real issues. And that's the problem we have in America. People don't have the stomach to take the history of America. In other words, it comes back to the old cliche that's in the culture. You can't handle the truth. You can't handle it. You don't have a stomach that can handle, that can carry the history. You can't carry it in your stomach. You'll vomit and throw up. But you quick to talk about what everybody else is doing. You can take that. You can carry in your stomach what other countries are doing. You can talk about that to you all day. You all on board for that. You're interested in that. But you're not interested in knowing what's going on in your own backyard. You're not interested in knowing that. I'm more interested in what's going on here than Russia. I'm more interested in that. I'm not interested in really I'm not there. That's for people that sit back and say, well, Russia this, Russia, what? You ain't there. Let's talk about what your country is doing, where you at. Where you're at. Let's talk about that. With 44 states marrying children, the age of consent under 18 in 40 states, 20 states marrying children with no legal age. Let's talk about that. With the world record that you have for the lowest age of consent for sex in worldwide history. Let's talk about that. So I'm wondering, military, how can you serve knowing this now? That's why it's automatically a revolution. And see, God made it to where we didn't have to shoot one shot. I didn't have to shoot one shot to get this done. You know how much it would take to get this done? Using the guns that you use, that you trained to use, you know how much it would take to get this done. I'm giving it to you right here. The Lord is giving it to you. Right here on a silver platter. These laws severs the American government from the people. There's nobody in 2019, when that law was passed, July 1st, that agrees with 20 states marrying at no minimum age. 2019 was less than 3 years ago. The values of people in America less than 3 years ago was adults should have sex with adults and adults should not have sex with children. So it did not reflect the value system of all common and even uncommon Americans. So why would they pass laws for America that does not reflect American values? These laws are for the people, right? So how doesn't it not? Why doesn't it reflect the values of the people? Explain that to me. Laws are made for the community, right? Laws are made for the community. Come on, man. This is not crazy. This is not crazy. You just didn't know. So you look at my turn up. You look at my turn up, and you think that I'm tripping but I have some knowledge and information, and I'm aware of the real America, and you have not been made aware of the real America by your government, by your community, by anyone. And they're just waiting a way to get me. How you gonna get me? When you slipping on 44 states marrying children, you slipping with 44 states with child marriage. How can you compare? How can any getting me compare to that? Imagine that. From county to county in each of these states. Not only is it 44 states, let's count up. You know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to really get on it. I'm going to count up all the counties in each state. We're going to look at all the counties because there's 44 states that allows child marriage. And we're going to break down how many counties are in each state. And you already know it's over 100. It's over 100. It's over 100 counties that allows adults to marry children. 100 counties in America. 100 counties. 100 plus counties. We're going to count up all the counties. Yeah. Because each state got a whole bunch of counties. Because when you hear 44 states, you think, boop, just the one state. That's just a state. No, that's a lot of counties. That's a lot of counties. And the more you realize, broke down, how many counties, and we can go even further. How many neighborhoods? You want to go to that? Hundreds of thousands of neighborhoods that's under the child marriage. Want to go to how many houses it is? See how far it can go? Millions of houses that's under child marriage laws. We can go to people. How many people in each state? Millions. Millions of people are under child laws, which means millions of children. Right or wrong? So I've already covered it. I broke it all the way down to the people. Millions of people under child laws, child marriage laws. Millions of children, and that's as far as it goes, under child marriage laws. So basically, millions of children are in harm's way. Military man, military woman. Millions of children are in harm's way in America to get married to adults. And people say, well, they need the parents' consent. It should not be a possibility that your child or any child or my child is 15. It should be no possibility that a child can get married to an adult. It shouldn't be a possibility. Right or wrong? So why can't people get this? Because you know what? You done gave up already. Let's tell the truth. You must be suicidal. You must be war-torn and dog-eared from COVID. COVID just don't wiped out your will to survive. Maybe that's what it is. Because I don't understand how people can sit and listen. Okay? And so, people say, well, we've been through enough. Well, hey, we all been through enough. And unfortunately, that does not give us the liberty to just lay down and do nothing. Okay, we all been through something. We all still going through something. We all going through something. And I'm tired of this fake America that is not real. You want me to tell you what's real? 44 states marrying children. You want me to tell you what's real? The age of consent being under 18 in 40 states. You want me to tell you what's real? A law passed July 1st, 2019 that allows adults to marry any age. That's what's real. That's what's real. That is real. That is reality. You see what I'm saying? In military, people respect you the most in this country. You're on the front lines of honor and respect and integrity and all those good things. Being noble. People look at you and they think about those things. People of good character. So I'm trying to get, because we don't really get that from the police. We get that more from you. We don't get that from, obviously, from these lawmakers. We get that from you because you're beaten, toughened to become a soldier, a person of honor and integrity. You're beaten into beautiful purity, beautiful character. Some of you are. So I want to know how you feel. Besides being biased, if you can find it in your soul not to be biased, not to think about all the American stuff you've seen, the flags a million times, you've seen it a billion times. Your eyes have been set on the flag a million times. I'm trying to get you to not be biased and tell me exactly how you feel about your law, your government, not me, not the next man. Your government that you serve passed laws that allows children to get married in 44 states in your country. Child marriage in 44 states right now. How you feel about that? No, not being biased. Not thinking about none of that. Thinking about how you feel about the protection or the safety of children. You think it's cool for children to get married in 44 states while they go hunt pedophiles? That's an evil. When they can go and hunt people and pedophiles and even use children to entrap them. But yet your country holds the same perspective of a pedophile. The pedophile's trying to be with a child. What is 44 states trying to do? 44 states is trying to be with a child. Through child marriage. Hey, you don't get no more trying to be with a child than that. Married a child, you trying to be with one. That's what the pedophile doing. It's no difference. That's what I'm trying to show you. There is no difference. That's why the cops, see, they sit back and turn a deaf ear. Some of them do. Because how can you sit up and enforce a law and you know, even here in New York City, that legally adults can be with 17-year-old legal children? How can you even be a cop? That's what, and then it leads to my next point. You can't be a part of this society anymore, which means we are in a fallen world where we're not subject to a system anymore. You feel like obeying a country that allows 44 states to marry children? You're going to obey that? You are going to obey the orders of people that pass laws in the last 3 years, July 1st, 2019, where they allow your 20 states of your country to marry with no age, no certain age, any age. You feel obligated to obey that? I don't. And that is the beginning of lawlessness. It's the beginning. I'm not an anarchist, if that's the right way of saying it, but that's the beginning of anarchy. Because why should you have to obey hypocrites that tell you, no, we can't have these pedophiles on the street. We can't have no child molesters on the street that like children and want to have sex with children. What 44 states marrying children want to do? What they want to do that a pedophile don't want to do? Again, what do 44 states marrying children want to do that pedophiles don't want to do? Anything peculiar or unique that the 44 states marrying children want to do that pedophiles don't want to do? It's the same thing. It's the same thing. My point is made. My point is made. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. And the only people mad are evil people. That's the only people mad. And we don't care nothing about no evil people. They can die this morning right now. You can die where you stand at. That's how I see it. You're evil. You think it's cool. You think it's cute. It never wins. Evil never wins. I don't go with people that lose. I don't go with the losers. I go with the winners. Evil never wins. And that's why I'm winning when you done played with my life and we come to find out 44 states is marrying the children. So military, besides these other individuals, these losers, and you're a loser if you can sit up and listen to this information and try to still oppose me. You're a loser. You have what I call in this country dark patriots. They don't care what this country do. They don't care how it happens. They're going to defend this country, even when I'm telling you this country has 44 states with child marriage. They still going to defend it. That's what I call dark patriots. We ain't paying them no attention. We ain't paying them a bit of attention. I've already made my point. There is no difference between a child molester that want to be with a child, want to have sex with a child, want to be with a child, than 44 states marrying children. What's the difference? What's the difference? There is no difference. There is no difference. And that means your American government has made pedophilia legal. I know you don't want to hear this. You tell me what it is by definition other than pedophilia. What is that? 44 states marrying children. What is it? Define it for me what it is. Tell me in detail. People in the military, tell me what that is then. Maybe I'm missing it. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm missing the fine print. Maybe I can't read between the lines. Maybe I can't see things for what they are. Maybe I can't read between the lines good. You tell me what it is. 44 states out of 50 states got child marriage. Can you tell me what it is? Marrying a child. When you know a man and a woman has nothing compatible, nothing in common. with a child? Any people feel like they can be romantic with children? I'm keeping it 100. Anybody feel like you can be romantic with children? You can't be romantic, right? So how can they get married to children in 44 states then? You see what I'm saying? You see the foolishness, clownery it is? And the foolish clownery of people that would defend that? That's a joke. So why do you defend it? You see what that's the next question. Why do you defend it? It's nothing else but pedophilia. I'm not using the Jedi mind trick. You can't tell me anything different than what it is. Any difference between that and pedophilia and some man wanting to be with a child? That's what 44 states married children want to do. They want to be with a child. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. So how can you go out and serve a pedophile nation? Huh? How can you in your right conscience do it? Then you know what it means? You'll say, then what it means, Marcella? What's next? Lawlessness, anarchy. This is it. Because no one should have to obey a country that's letting adults be with children. What is 44 states married children doing? They're allowing adults to be with children. You don't have to obey that no more. This is freedom. This is freedom without guns, without hurting somebody, without harming somebody. This is freedom without doing that. We don't have to do it. But unfortunately, there's going to be a resistance. And that's where God comes in. God comes in, he's going to take care of that. He's going to take care of every resistant force there is, down to every individual. All you have to do is ring the alarm and basically tell people there's no more law. There's no more law. Why do you have to obey? Y'all got child marriage. Why I gotta obey you? And see, the unfortunate part is good people gonna depart and bad people gonna feel like they can do anything now. Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you feel like you can do anything if they can marry children in 44 states? That don't make you mad. That does not make you angry. When you've been sitting here having integrity, even down to your thoughts, you've been pure, even down to your mind, heart, and soul, and these people can go out here and marry children. It should make good people angry, and unfortunately, it's going to make evil people feel lawless. They're going to say, why should I obey a country that's having marrying children? This is over. Because while I have integrity, my own country does not. Even evil people will say this. Then I don't feel no reason to hold up doing the right thing. What is the right thing anymore? This is what turns good people to villains. Good old good people. It turns them to villains. It turns them to villains when you can sit up and see 44 states marrying children and they sitting up looking in your face, wondering what you are thinking. The disgusting look of that. Like, what are you even looking at? When you got 44 states marrying children, what are you even looking at? What are you even listening for? What you waiting to hear? That's more disgusting than 44 states marrying children. Ain't nothing more disgusting than that. What are you waiting for? Huh? Yeah, it's over. It's over for you. It's over for your integrity. It's over for your integrity. The last law was passed in the Trump administration. That's close enough to now, less than 3 years ago. That's the integrity of the American government, because it was a joint effort. The Republicans and the Democrats got that passed. So I know it's convenient for the conservatives to blame the left. Well, it was not us, it was the left. That's what I'm telling you. If you take this to the top, to the White House, well, they're going to start blaming parties. That's right or wrong. That's the first thing they're going to do. Well, it wasn't us. That sounds like the liberal left, the Democrats. You know it and I know it. But hey, you didn't object either. You didn't ring no alarm either. And in fact, the Republicans were in the White House when this law was passed. I can't make this up. The Republicans were in the White House 2019 through Donald Trump being in the White House, being the president. The Republicans had the White House. They had the White House. That's enough for us to say it wasn't just the Democrats. Hey, at the end of the day, Donald Trump, being a Republican, could have did something about that. Pretty sure he knew it happened. See, we win this war without one shot being shot. Now that's God. I can't take credit for it at the end of the day. I'm just a vessel he's using. That's God. Not one shot fired, and this whole empire is done. Ain't no way in the world you can come back from that. After you have contradicted yourself so sharply, witch hunting everybody else,